Okay, let's go on. Questions 27 to 30. Answer the questions below. Write no more than 2 words for each answer. So maximum words are 2 and there is no number. No more than 2 words for each answer. What two biofuel related problems do Mike and Karina decide to focus on in the last section of their presentation? Now, two problems. Okay, problem number 1, problem number 2. Over here, signpost language is important. Signpost language means first of all, secondly. So they are going to tell, please underline biofuel related problems. Underline biofuel related problems Mike and Karina decide to focus on. Now listen, they might talk about 4-5 problems. But about other problems, they will not say, we will not focus on that. For example, one problem related to biofuel is pollution. Okay, pollution. And the other person says, other students will be talking about that. So I think we should discuss something else instead of this. Pollution will not be the answer. Okay, they will talk about 4-5 problems, but out of those 4-5 problems, they will focus on 2 problems. So let's see, what do they decide? One person says, let's talk about pollution. The other says, no, that is so common. Everybody will be talking about that. Instead of that, we can talk about, and then the problem, right? Next, questions 29 to 30. Which 2 sources of biofuels do Mike and Karina say are being tried out? 2 sources tried out means istemal ho chuke hain. Now over here, you guys are going to focus past tense. 2 sources tried out. If they say they are trying to use this source, it means it has not been tried out. That will not be the answer. And if they say in the future, they will use this source, even future will not be the answer. The answer is going to be perfect or past tense, tried out, okay? Now let's see 2 sources, and 1 source is mentioned between 29 and 30, algae is given. So it means what they say before algae and after algae, they will be your answers, okay? Now I play the audio. Please listen and answer questions 27 to 30. Just few seconds. You can read the questions again.
Now listen and answer questions 27 to 30.
All right, so in the last section of the presentation, what problems are we focusing on?
Well, we've already had a look at different types of pollution in the first section, so we can leave that out. But the biggest issue related to biofuels is that land is now being used to grow biofuel crops, and that's contributing to global hunger.
Indeed. It doesn't seem right we're using corn to run cars when people can't afford to buy it to eat. Yes, let's talk about that. The other thing is that in some countries, the way that biofuel crops are grown and harvested still produces a great deal of pollution, really damaging to the atmosphere.
Okay, that's definitely an issue we should look at.
Let's not finish on a negative note, though. Why don't we talk about the potential new sources of biofuel? So rather than corn and sugarcane, what other plants could be used?
Good. Some companies are exploring the possibility of using wood and seeing how that can be used to make ethanol.
Yes, and algae is another possibility. You can grow it in any water and it absorbs pollutants too.
I read that. And grasses, they're another plant that researchers are investigating as a biofuel.
And these kind of plants aren't used as food, which is why...
All right. So, question number 27. Global hunger. Now, if you write only hunger, that is also correct. But global hunger is the right answer. Question number 28. pollution. Absolutely. After global hunger, they talked about pollution as the second problem. Okay, question number 29. Now, sorry, I misunderstood this statement. Let me explain again. Which two sources of biofuels do Mike and Karina say are being used? Now, are being used means at present they are using them. This is passive voice. Are being used means abhi istemal ho rahe hain. So, question number 29. Wood. Absolutely. W-O-U-L-D. Wood. W-O-O-D. Wood. Lakdi. Okay. Question number 30. Grass, or they use the word grasses. They said grasses. Grass or grasses will be the right answer. Okay. Thank you.